evening, ladies and gentlemen. From north to south, there is a clear pattern emerging which many of you will agree with. And that is hate for Hindu festivals, especially in opposition-ruled states. The blockade and restrictions just won't end, be it the Soren Sarkar in Jharkhand or Pinarayi Vijayan-ruled Kerala. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, the region of Palamu witnessed heavy clashes as the devotees were preparing for Shivratri celebrations. Stone pelting, arson, violence rocked the area after a toran, dwar was built for the Shivratri procession. The administration was quick to impose Section 144 and ban internet services in the area, and maybe rightly so. The ripple effect of the Palamu clashes was seen in another region called Deoghar, which is known for its Shivratri celebrations. The state government imposed restrictions for the Shiv Baarat even in this area, which is slated to be carried out on February 18th. This annual ritual in the region has been celebrated since the British era. The BJP says it's a blatant attempt to mock Hindu Astha. Listen in to BJP's MP Nishikant Dubey.
हिंदू विरोधी मानसिकता है वो देवघर में दिखाई दे रहा है। देवघर में मुख्यमंत्री शिव बारात नहीं निकालने देना चाह रहे हैं, जबकि ये शिव की नगरी है। देवघर यदि शिव हैं तभी देवघर है। और इसके खिलाफ जो है मैंने माननीय उच्च न्यायालय का दरवाज़ा खटखटाया है और कल माननीय उच्च न्यायालय का जो भी फैसला आएगा, उम्मीद है कि कुछ आना चाहिए। उसके हिसाब से फिर हम आगे कैसे शिव बारात निकलेगा उसके बारे में शिव बारात कमेटी के साथ बातचीत करके हम निर्णय लेंगे। ये हिंदू विरोधी मानसिकता है ना। यदि देवघर में शिव बारात नहीं निकलेगा तो क्या निकलेगा? नया रूट वो है कि चूंकि वो रेलवे के क्रॉसिंग के कारण जो है हम ज़्यादा दूर नहीं जा सकते थे, अब फ्लाईओवर बन गया है तो हम उसको चौड़े रोड में ले जाना चाहते हैं, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों को दिखाना चाहते हैं। जब हमको नहीं प्रॉब्लम, कलाकारों को नहीं प्रॉब्लम, यहाँ के समाज को नहीं प्रॉब्लम, तो प्रशासन को क्या प्रॉब्लम?
Now let's cut to the south of India, Kerala, where the left Sarkar's police directed temple authorities in Thiruvananthapuram to take down saffron decorations put up for the Bhadrakali temple festival. The police believe that saffron decorations might just foment unrest, leading to a law and order situation in the area. But the ecosystem that is quick to peddle Islamophobia theory is back with another spin. This time it blames Sanghi plot for what's happening in Jharkhand. Listen in.
उसके बाद सरकार सो रही थी और ये संघ स्पॉन्सर्ड जो कॉन्स्पिरेसी था वो उसमें कामयाब हो गए। आप स्टोन पेल्टिंग करते हैं मस्जिद के ऊपर और फिर दो घर को जला देते हैं, लोग जख्मी हैं, घायल हैं, 4 व्हीलर बंद करते हैं, 2 व्हीलर बंद करते हैं। तो ये झारखंड मुक्ति मोर्चा की सरकार क्यों सो रही है? क्यों उनको अलाउ किया आपने इस तरह की दंगाइयों को? आपका काम था रोकना, इनकी सरासर नाकामी है और वो अपने मकसद में कामयाब हो गए वो लोग।
हम लोग सभी समाज का रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं, उनको लेके चलते हैं, उनके सुख दुख में हम लोग काम आते हैं। लेकिन जब से ये देखिएगा कि भाजपा आई है देश में या राज्यों में, एकदम समाज को बांटकर, लोगों को लड़ाकर, हिंदू मुस्लिम, मंदिर मस्जिद, पाकिस्तान हिंदुस्तान, हिंदुस्तान बांग्लादेश कर करके एकदम जो मेन मुद्दा है उसे डाइवर्ट कर देता है। विकास हमारा फोकस करना चाहिए, रोजगार हमारा फोकस करना चाहिए। अब बताइए पलामू की घटना, कौन सा घटना है? हमारा पुलिस ने कंट्रोल कर लिया, सरकार ने कंट्रोल करवा लिया। अब जहाँ 100% मुस्लिम है वहाँ पे आप गार्ड दे रहे हैं वो गेट, तो गाड़िए मना नहीं है, स्वेच्छा से गाड़िए।
So the legitimate question we are asking on the Newshour tonight, Hindu festivals the soft target? That's the question and the debate. Sanatan under siege. That's the hashtag and the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the Newshour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
And joining me tonight, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author, also professor at the JNU, Rahul Ishwar, activist, Subrashtra, author and founder of The Churn, Lokesh Jindal, leader of the Congress Party, advocate Muhammad Ali Hassan, AIMIM youth president. Also joining us tonight is Vivek Srivastava, political analyst. My first question goes to Dr. Anand Ranganathan. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, coincidence that now from Kerala it moves to Jharkhand, and Shivratri is a problem. 144 in Deoghar, Shiv ki Nagri as Nishikant Dubey calls it, and also in Palamu we've seen communal tensions coming up. We've seen this happening in Bengal in the past during Durga Puja Visarjan, and Kerala just a couple of days ago. Is this a pattern? And where are those who often see Islamophobia written on the walls? They can't even detect any Hindu phobia here?
Good evening, Navika. We have to be dealing with this issue philosophically, if I may, because this pattern has been there for almost 1,000 years. Hindus and Hinduism have always been targeted because being peaceful and all accommodating and all accepting and all questioning and non-predatory, they give the impression that they, their belief, their way of life, their nation can be subjugated, converted and conquered. Ram Navami processions, Durga Puja processions, Hanuman Jayanti Sobha Yatras, even Garba celebrations are attacked and stoned with impunity. And none of these incidents elicit outrage from the cottage industry of activists and journalists who only highlight incidents where Muslims are the victims. In fact, if we were to believe the goings on in Modi's Hindu Rashtra, all around us, all we see are Dara hua Musalmans. From Jammu, where Dara hua Musalmans are shouting from the top of mosque that they will behead Nupur Tiwari and all those who oppose Azan and Hijab, to Hubli, where Dara hua Musalmans are pouring onto streets because some Hindu kid photoshopped a Bhagwa flag. From Mumbai, where Dara hua Musalmans are gathering in their tens of thousands for the funeral of terrorist Yaqub Memon. To Srinagar, where Dara hua Musalmans are collecting for the funeral of terrorist Burhan Wani. From Aurangabad, where Dara hua Musalmans are rioting in the streets because someone Facebook post said Aurangzeb was a mass murderer. To Assam, where Dara hua Musalmans are burning down a police station. Everywhere you look, there is no Hindu being targeted. All we see are Dara hua Musalmans. So now to the second issue, Navika, I get this and I dare say you do too. All the time. From the Chauthi fails and leftist dunderheads and religious fanatics, the moment they lose an argument, why are you talking of religion? They bemoan. Why all this Hindu-Muslim talk? They say this the moment I talk of religion other than Hinduism. They never tire exposing the ills of Hinduism. They want to burn the Vedas and the Smritis. They want people to reject Hinduism, leave its fold. But the moment I quote the holy verses unpalatable to them, the moment I redress the balance, they begin jumping like crabs on a hot pan saying, don't talk of religion, don't talk of religion. Someone tell these hammerheads that religion must be talked about not just some of the time, but all of the time. It is the great disruptor. It has led to illogic and irrationality and murder and terror. It is the longest running dictatorial regime that has subjugated billions and ordered and extracted unspeakable crimes from them. And yet, you don't want a Darwinian atheist to expose its ills. Why? Because you're scared and embarrassed by it. And your embarrassment has turned to hate. Navika, just 30 seconds. Finally, I want to ask a very simple, very polite yes and no question to my friend from the AIMIM. If I say, quote, Islam and Christianity have distinct enmity against all other religions. They are not just satisfied with observing their own religions, but are determined to destroy all other religions, unquote. I want to ask you, sir, yes or no? Am I a communal bigot? Just answer, simple question.
I wish you hadn't, but since you have, yes, you and we are not into censorship, Hassan Saab, jawab denge aap?
Yes, you are.
Right. Now, Navika, please give me 10 seconds.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, jab bahut
yes, Navika. Navika, can I please get? Yes, Hassan Saab, thank you very much.
Navika, ma'am, give him all 30 minutes. Or give him all 30 minutes. He will be not satisfied after 30 minutes also.
Navika, please.
मैं 300 मिनट ले लीजिए. आप 300 मिनट आप लीजिए.
10 सेकंड देती हूँ आनंद रंगनाथन को और फिर मैं आपके पास आ रही हूँ हसन साहब.
हसन साहब की मैं बहुत कदर करता हूँ. मैं आपके व्यूअर्स के लिए रिपीट कर दूं. I asked him a simple question. I quoted something and I asked him, am I a communal bigot if I am saying this?
I will answer all your questions, Mr. Anand. Don't worry. I will answer all your questions. Don't worry.
Are your faders not working? Ayurveda is not working, dear Navika. Please, because this is the crux. This explains everything. So please allow me 10 seconds
over, I think.
आप इंटरप्ट ना करें, आप इंटरप्ट ना करें, so long as you don't say anything objectionable, you know, which gets me and the channel into trouble. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, what is the argument that you are making? Let's not quote any religious verses out of anywhere, because I'm not in the business of hurting anybody one way or another. But what is the question that you have?
Yes, I asked him, if I say Islam has distinct enmity against all religions and not satisfied with observing its own religion but determined to destroy all other religions, I asked him, am I a communal bigot? And he said yes. Now let me tell you, this is the verbatim quote of Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore.
No.
So Mr. Hassan is saying that Tagore is a bigot.
Mr. Anand,
he is saying,
don't put your words on me. I will answer all your questions.
Tagore is a bigot.
You don't dictate your terms.
All right. Advocate Hassan, मेरा सवाल आपसे है. Advocate Hassan, सेक्युलरिज्म का इल्जाम आप लगाते हैं कि सेक्युलरिज्म कहीं ना कहीं मर गया है.
Ma'am, ask him to keep.
I'm asking you a question, Advocate Hassan.
Yeah, ma'am.
वो स्कूल और कॉलेज में बताया जाता है, आप कंसंट्रेट करिए जो मैं सवाल आपसे.
जी मैम, yes ma'am.
Tagore is a bigot.
Well, Hassan Saab, my question to you is, if secularism is something that is enshrined in our constitution, then why are Hindu festivals being targeted? जब कुछ गलत होता है तो हर किसी को गलत और सही का फर्क तो पता होता है. आप क्यों नहीं कहते कि अगर सेक्शन 144 लगा दिया जाता है सिर्फ इस बात पर कि भाई महाशिवरात्रि की प्रोसेशन ना निकले, ये गलत है. किसी को भी अपनी रिलीजियस फेस्टिवल्स जो है उसको मनाने का हक है. अब इस पर आप क्यों आवाज नहीं उठाते? क्योंकि ये हिंदू फेस्टिवल है.
सबसे पहले नविका मैम, उन्होंने इस्लाम की बात की और उन्होंने कहा कि दूसरे मजहब को इस्लाम में इज्जत नहीं है, तो उनको मैं कुरान की एक आयत से बता, लकुम दीनकुम वलिया दीन, ये कुरान की आयत का मैं मफहूम आपको बोलूंगा कि तुम्हारा धर्म तुम्हारे लिए, मेरा धर्म मेरे लिए. ये साफ साफ कुरान पाक में लिखा है, ला इकरा फिद्दीन, यानी धर्म में किसी जबरदस्ती का इजाजत नहीं है. उसके बाद आप ही बतलाइए, मैंने वहां के आईजी का भी सुना और वहां पर एक दिन पहले वहां के जो पुलिस पदाधिकारी हैं उन्होंने एक मीटिंग जो की थी, उस मीटिंग में साफ साफ क्या कहा गया था कि मस्जिद के द्वार पर यह गेट नहीं लगना चाहिए क्योंकि आने जाने में दिक्कत होगा और बेवजह का तनाव उत्पन्न होगा. लेकिन क्योंकि निशिकांत दुबे जी 8 साल से मंत्रिमंडल का इंतजार कर रहे हैं, बेचैन हैं, बेकरार हैं, तो उन्होंने क्या क्या कहा वो आपके सामने है. आप ये बतला दीजिए कि आप ही बतलाइए कि कोई जब पुलिस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के सामने ये बात हो गई कि वहां पर गेट नहीं लगेगा तो फिर पत्थरबाजी करने का क्या है. मिलादुन नबी का भी जलसा होता है, मुहर्रम का भी जलसा होता है. अगर जो पुलिस पदाधिकारी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन जहां का इजाजत देती है, मैं बिहार सीमांचल से आता हूं, वहां पे भी जहां इजाजत मिलता है वहीं पर हम लोग वो प्रोग्राम करते हैं. कोई जबरदस्ती कहीं का प्रोग्राम नहीं करते हैं. तो ये बात प्रशासन को समझना पड़ेगा कि क्यों नहीं प्रशासन की बात किया, क्यों नहीं प्रशासन की बात माना इन्होंने.
मैं आपकी प्रशंसा करता हूं, बहुत पीसफुल बात कर रहे हैं. बस ये बता दीजिए कि क्या अहमदिया
और इन्होंने कहा बुरहान वानी की बात, तो महबूबा मुफ्ती मोहतरमा के साथ सरकार भाजपा बनाई थी. इन भाजपा
बुरहान वानी की बात नहीं की है. उन्होंने बुरहान वानी की बात नहीं की है. आपको बुरहान वानी क्यों याद आ रहे हैं? बुरहान वानी की बात नहीं की उन्होंने, आपको क्यों बुरहान वानी याद आ रहे हैं? उनका सवाल कुछ और है, पहले सवाल तो सुन लीजिए. आनंद रंगनाथन, व्हाट इज योर क्वेश्चन?
उन्होंने की है, उन्होंने किया.
हसन साहब देखिए प्लीज, हसन साहब प्लीज, आज थर्सडे है, प्लीज आप मैं आपकी बहुत कदर करते हैं.
सुनिए. मैं मुफ्ती नहीं हूं मिस्टर प्रोफेसर आनंद, मैं मुफ्ती नहीं हूं, मैं रिलीजियस स्कॉलर नहीं हूं, मैं पॉलिटिकल एक्टिविस्ट हूं, मैं MIM का कार्यकर्ता हूं. मैं किसी को सर्टिफिकेट नहीं देता हूं कि कौन मुसलमान है कौन नहीं है. उसके लिए मैं टीवी चैनल पे नहीं बैठा हूं. नविका मैम, मैं पलामू के मुद्दे पे बात करने आपके बीच
इनसे पूछा.
नहीं,
जवाब
मैं ना रामचरितमानस पर
आप जवाब ना दें. अभी मेरे दूसरे शो में, हिंदी टाइम्स नाउ नवभारत के शो में असीम वकार साहब बता चुके हैं कि अहमदिया मुसलमान नहीं है. वो मुझे बता चुके हैं, वो मुझे बता चुके हैं। और वहां पर ये आर्ग्यूमेंट हो चुकी है। आप मुफ्ती ना हो ना सही, लेकिन लेट मी गेट इन।
वो हो चुका है, मैंने वो वीडियो नहीं देखा है। मैं पॉलिटिकल एक्टिविस्ट हूं, मैं पलामू पर बात करने आया हूं।
शायद वकार साहब मुफ्ती हो, पर anyway, राहुल ईश्वर, I'm not getting that. I'm not digressing from the basic debate. I am not digressing from the basic debate. Mr. Hassan, just calm down. Rahul Ishwar ji, my question to you is,
okay, ma'am.
Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that it's happened in Palamu, in Deoghar? It happened a couple of days ago in Kerala. And it has happened during Durga Puja in Bengal also. All of them happened to be opposition ruled state. And last year during Nam Nambi, it happened in Rajasthan. Again, coincidence that it happens to be a Congress ruled state. So Rahul Ishwar, how come this coincidence happens on Hindu festivals and in opposition ruled states?
Navika ji, just two submissions. One, I am holding a report of 2nd August 1931 of the national movement at that point of time, where they even suggested India should have a saffron flag. It was, and the committee was held in Karachi, and it was signed by Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the great Indian Muslim scholar Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, where they said we will have a saffron flag as India's flag with a blue charkha on it. From that period, we have seen our Congress come to a stage where they don't even condemn people or police, brutalizing and intimidating believers not to use saffron. See, this is the sad state of pseudo-secularism in our nation. At one point of time, our nation considered even adopting an entire saffron flag for our nation. And later, Mahatma Gandhi wanted a tricolor. That's the reason why we went with it. But having said that, that much importance saffron has. And in Kerala, there are people, the pseudo-secular relevants don't even allow saffron flag to be displayed. This is the state. This is the sad state of secularism in India. And are we children of a lesser God? Will we ever tell a Muslim brother not to use green in their mosque? Or will we ever dictate how a Christian should conduct their church festival? But when it comes to Hindus, they believe, the pseudo-secular left liberal spectrum believes, by provoking Hindus, insulting Hindus, they are earning brownie points. They believe they are having some kind of upper hand, saying that we have brutalized the majority. We have intimidated the majority. So, hame all the minorities vote though. This is the sad state that is happening in India, whether it is Palamu, whether it is Kerala, whether it is West Bengal, where Mamata Banerjee can easily say Durga Puja can have later, we can have other religious procession given the priority. This kind of pseudo-secular stepmotherly attitude towards the largest community in India has been the hallmark of what is called secularism in India. Unfortunately, secularism institutionalized has become a Hindu phobia in India, whereas bashing, insulting, intimidating Hindus has become some kind of a victory point for self-made secular. It is high time they correct it. It's high time we Hindus realize it. And beyond politics, let Hindus stand up for our rights, because it is our nation too. We are the largest Hindu majority nation in the world. It is important that India take care of Hindu interests, and we are not subjected to some kind of second-class citizenship.
Well, Lokesh Jindal, what's the problem? Nobody is saying that other festivals should not be celebrated. But why is there an allergy to Hindu festivals? It's a limited question people are asking. And in the constitution, the original constitution, you see this, the Ram Darbar, it was there. Ram, Sita, Lakshman, all over there. This is Vedic Gurukul showed over here. This is Krishnji. And Bhagavad Gita depicted here. Also, if you look at Mahabalipuram, Hanuman आजकल तो वो स्टिकर भी पेंटिंग भी हटा दी जाती है एरोप्लेन से, पर संविधान में है. And then you look at the Nataraj, and this Nataraj picture, this is Lord Shiva. ये तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में है. अब Shivratri processions are not being allowed in Jharkhand. You are in government over there. I want to ask you, Lokesh Jindal, what's the allergy? What's the problem?
Navika, this is the photograph of a Shiva temple in southern Kashmir, and it is being managed by Mushtaq Ahmad Sheikh. There is a Shiva temple 900-year-old in Pahalgam in Kashmir, whereby the priest is Muslims. There are two priests, Muhammad Abdullah and Ghulam Hassan. They both are Muslims. And in Pakistan, there was an attempt by bigots to vandalize a Hindu temple. Thereby, the Muslims came and made sure that the Hindu temple was safe, absolutely. 650 years, India was having an Islamic state. But none of the scriptures during that point of time, either Bhakti or any of the scriptures, ever has mentioned any form of hatred towards Islam. Because Hindu as a religion was never in danger. Why are we promoting that it is in danger now? It is not.
Taraf hai. Do you think that celebrating Mahashivratri or taking out the Shiv Baarat is bigotry?
Navika.
नहीं आप जवाब दीजिए. Straight question, I want a straight answer.
Not at all, not at all. It's not
then why is it being stopped in Jharkhand? Why is there section 144?
Because what is happening is, in the garb of religious festival, some organizations, political party, they bring about communal rioting so as to get political polarization.
Oh, and that happens only in Hindu religions? It doesn't happen in any other festivals?
No, because I'll tell you, last year, by April, the entire India was burning due to communal riots. You know why? Because February and March was the election season. Whenever there is election season, there are communal riots. Because a necessary and sufficient ground is to be made so that communalized politicization can take place. The BJP can have its propaganda narrative set into the society. Votes can be sought after. But then Hindus and Muslims, they have lived together in harmony. There is no mutual conflicts between them. The societies are way more mature so as to get provoked. They will continue to live in harmony. All these people who are trying to instigate violence.
Mr. Jindal is living in La La Land.
They will realize over a period of time their
Jindal साहब प्रवचन वाला चैनल दूसरा है, प्रवचन वाला चैनल दूसरा है, लेकिन सुब्राष्ट्रा जी, Lokesh Jindal ji is giving us pravachans about, you know, how we should all live together and all. Suddenly, Rajasthan last year, you know, during Ram Navami, probably not ruled by his party. Kerala, you know, the state from where Mr. Rahul Gandhi now is an MP. What happened? Probably Mr. Lokesh Jindal not aware of that. Jharkhand, where he's a partner in the government, he probably hasn't heard of what's happening over there. And he's saying, ये political parties कर रहे हैं और you know ये तो philosophy है कि हम सब इकट्ठे रहते हैं. अरे भाई आसपास जो हो रहा है इनको दिख नहीं रहा है क्या?
Navika ji, you can reason with somebody who wants to see a ground reality, but how do you reason with somebody who lives in a La La Land? At the end of the day, when we are discussing specific incidents that happen in specific parts of the country today, Lokesh Jindal is not able to take a stand. This gentleman from AIMIM who has come to speak, Mr. Hassan, he is not able to take a stand. And the reason why these people are not able to take a stand is because these are all Hindu festivals which are being targeted. Tell me, we have been talking about Diwali ban for, I don't know, maybe since a decade now. Has anybody talked about a Bakrid ban for that matter? It is equally harmful for the environment. But nobody can even, maybe tomorrow I might be lynched in public because I said that Bakrid should be banned. And nobody will stand up for me because Lokesh Jindal believes that just because one Muslim priest is handling one temple in Kashmir, we all live in harmony. But Lokesh Jindal will totally eliminate what happened in Kanpur after the Jummeh ki namaz, when the whole, you know, the whole Nupur Sharma episode flared out. So which world are we living in, and why do we expect these politicians to answer us in any which way?
Can I reply?
The point is, Navika ji, if somebody says that, you know, because there are elections, there are communal conflagrations which happen, then my question to these people who are making such arguments is that does communal tension happen with just one side trying to instigate? Or does it happen after instigation when both parties get involved? Where is the Congress party then? Do you see Rahul Gandhi intervening during riots? Do you see Sonia, Rahul, or Robert Vadra or Priyanka Vadra going out in, in a riot, in an area where riots are flared up to say that we are all, Gandhis and we should, preach all this conversation on non-violence? Does it happen there? Did we see Rahul Gandhi during Delhi riots anywhere?
Please give me a choice.
No, why are you speaking? I don't understand why
Lokesh Jindal, you want to make a counter? I will allow you to make a counter. Just take a deep breath, allow her to finish, and you will get your chance to make a counter. Relax.
No,
Yes, Subrasha.
Navika ji is asking me, what do I want? I don't want you guys to take a hypocritical stand on any issue. There is a question on Shivratri today. Take a stand. Say that, your Rahul Gandhi, who went to Ujjain and went temple hopping, sitting in front of Mahakal, say that we are a party of Mahakal Bhakts and let Shivratri be celebrated with full fan and fair. Why? What stops you from saying that? There's a very specific incident that Shivratri celebrations are being targeted by specific elements in the Muslim community today. Take a stand. You asked for an advice. I gave you a very political advice.
Well, and Lokesh Jindal respond. Lokesh Jindal respond. I don't know the fact, whether it's a fact or not, because investigations are still going on. But Subrasha has raised a question. Respond to that question.
Yes. You gave me an example whereby you held one religious community responsible for attacks for not carrying out Mahashivratri Yatra. And I gave you two examples where...
So Lokesh Jindal, I don't think you get the question. Let me explain. Navika ji, please allow me 10 seconds to explain my question in much greater detail to him. So that, he gives me a pinpointed answer. Mr. Lokesh Jindal interrupted me when I was speaking, asking me what he should do, which I interpreted as what Congress party should do. So my question to him is this. Point number one, there are Mahashivratri celebrations that will happen all across the country on the 18th of February this year. Point number one. Point number two, Lokesh Jindal, who comes from a party whose prime leader went temple hopping, sat in front of Mahakal and did this whole puja in front of
all right, I get your point. Lokesh Jindal, the question is simply this. The question, Lokesh Jindal just shouting over everybody does not help my viewer and does not help your party's cause. The question she's asking you is very simple. Many people ask this question. अगर आपकी आस्था है, if you go to temples and you believe in Lord Shiva, because Mahakal is where Rahul Gandhi recently went, and she's asking you a direct question, then why should you not raise your voice against people from a particular community, in inverted commas, her statement, are trying to stop the Shivratri procession in Jharkhand? You're in government there. You should be able to ensure.
Yes, I want to answer. I am of the point of view that the examples that I gave, it shows that both the communities can live in peace and harmony.
Okay.
Why are we simply
fantastic? You say that. You say that. Do you, Lokesh Jindal? 1 minute, Subrasha ji. Lokesh Jindal, do you have any respect for Ambedkar ji? Yes or no?
I have.
You have? Then let me read out an excerpt from his book. What Ambedkar had said in his book on Pakistan in the context of religious processions. He said, noticeable among Muslims is the spirit of exploiting weaknesses of the Hindus. If the Hindus object to anything, the Muslim policy seems to be to insist upon it and give it up only when the Hindus show themselves ready to offer a price for it by giving the Muslims some concessions. Point one. Another part, he writes on music before mosques. For instance, he says, music may be played before a mosque in all Muslim countries without any objection, even in Afghanistan.
In context to separate electorates. The separate electorates during the British time period and the policy of divide and rule, it led to communal tensions and social disharmony. So it is within this context that Dr. Ambedkar had given these statements.
Context kuch bhi ho. The context can be anything, my friend. But Dr. Anand Ranganathan, does the context change the nature of the argument that he's making?
नाविका, थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग टू मी फाइनली। मैं बहुत दिनों से ये सोच रहा था कि राहुल गांधी को एडवाइस कौन कर रहा है कि वो बार बार हारता जा रहा है। आज पता चला कि लोकेश जिंदल एडवाइस कर रहे हैं। ये कहां से आर्ग्यूमेंट ला रहे हैं नाविका? इट इज फ्रॉम द फ्राइंग पैन टू द फायर। इट्स सो बिजार। इट इज फ्रॉम द सब्लाइम टू द रिडिकुलस। आई एम रनिंग आउट ऑफ एपिथेट्स आउट हियर व्हेन ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट गंगा जमनी। ये कौन सी बातें कर रहे हैं? इनको अभी पता है कर्नाटका में क्या हुआ था। Poor Hindus wanted to celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi. They said हमें एक दिन के लिए थोड़ा लैंड दे दो, जो कि वक्फ लैंड बना रहा था. Did the Muslims say yes? No. Did they say yes? No. Navika, I can't talk like this because हर चीज में just answer this question. If it was Ganga Jamni Tehzeeb and enough Hindus have always opened their temples for performing namaz, you know it in Gurgaon also. Why couldn't the Muslims in Karnataka allow for a day that land they had to go to court? Hindus had to go to court. This is your Ganga Jamni Tehzeeb. बार दुर्गा गरबा procession में stone pelting is your Ganga Jamni Tehzeeb. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि there is no friendliness between the two communities. There is, but don't try and paper up and wrap under the carpet all the things that need to be brought out.
Dr. Ranganathan, let me clarify some of the points. Every community, every society has various grounds where tensions can be stoked up. It's upon you whether you want to stoke up tension or you want a communal harmony. Now, while there was a Islamic rule in the country, we saw that over a period of time, there were Hindus visiting Sufi shrines and there were Muslims who were visiting Hindu saints. So that entire communal tension, that religious difference that you say, it was almost on the verge of getting eliminated.
Which Sufi shrine?
Lokesh Jindal, just cut through the chase. Let me ask you the political question and the Congress's stand. Can you distance yourself from a statement made by a Congress MLA in Madhya Pradesh who said Ram Navami celebrations are unnecessary? Last year, in April, this statement was made. Azan Rao happened. DK Shiv Kumar said BJP is targeting mosques. Have you heard anything from DK Shiv Kumar on Shivratri? I'm coming to you, Vivek Srivastav ji. Oh, okay. But nobody raised a question. Also, Soren government allows building of namaz hall in assembly in 2021. Nobody said कि भाई Hindu phobia क्यों हो रहा है. Not one word from the Congress party. Congress opposed Khattar's decision of namaz. He had opposed namaz on roads. वहाँ तो आपकी बड़ी जल्दी से बाहर आ गए थे सारे placards. But Rahul Gandhi celebrates Eid with residents of Amethi. But हमने तो नहीं देखा कि महाशिवरात्रि के लिए कोई किसी के साथ खड़ा हो रहा है.
राहुल जी खुद उज्जैन महाकालेश्वर में जाते हैं, वहां
तो देवघर पर कुछ कर दीजिए ना.
और जाकर
तो देवघर के लिए 144 क्यों है?
से आशीर्वाद लेते हैं, तो वो आपको क्यों नहीं दिखता?
राहुल ईश्वर, हमें नहीं दिखता या कहीं ना कहीं कांग्रेस इज हिपोक्रिटिकल?
Just two submissions. I am not into any kind of politics, but as a Hindu, it hurt me deeply when they told in the Supreme Court that there is no Ram and there is no Ram Setu. Has Congress ever apologized or even accepted that? In Kerala, one cow was killed open just to show some protest in North India. Rijal Makuti, who walks with Rahul Gandhi, did that. See, there are many instances where people feel that they have not owned up. And Lokesh Jindal, it was your party which supported a saffron flag for India at one point of time. From there to here, where have you come? This is the sad state. Where have you come? And you are not taking care of Hindu interests. For example, will you be ready to condemn the left move? It's the CPM government. The left move to saying that there should not be saffron only kind of, all the decorations in the temple. Why have such antipathy to saffron? So you don't stand up for Hindu rights. And when any other political formation is standing up for it, you have already lost the space. You have lost the right to stand up. At one point of time, Congress may have been a Hindu party, but you should own that up rather than playing to the Muslim vote bank, playing to the pseudo-secular bank. You have conceded the space. That's the reason why, many other parties who are strongly for Hindus came up. This is the fault that you have.
It's a fact that the Constitution has the depictions of the Ramayana, of Lord Ram, of Natraj, which is the form of Shiva in the dance state. All of this is part of our Constitution, and I'm not saying anything unconstitutional. Our Constitution also upholds secularism, which I firmly believe in as a citizen of India. Every religion has the right to celebrate their own festivals. Every person should be allowed and is allowed under the constitution to follow his or her own religion. Then why are Hindu festivals on target? And it's not just one place, two places, it's incidents that happen again and again, and in opposition ruled states that this question really arises. Is there a pattern? Do opposition governments really need to look at, because it could be just a law and order situation. Why don't you look after your law and order situation? The point is, Ram Navami last year, right from then to Shivratri this year, why are there so many questions and so many impediments to celebrations of Hindu festivals? It's a very simple question without any communal agenda that we are asking tonight. It can't just be coincidence. And if it's a plot, it really doesn't work well if you believe in the secular credentials of India. Islamophobia cannot be the only disease that you talk about in India. Hindu phobia exists. Please raise your voice against that as well. Let's be just, let's be equal with every religion. That's all. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, my panelists, for joining me on debate number 1. But on the other side,